All right, Marty Paulman here on JockJive as Preston Ash led off with a single. Kingston Troll grounds it to third. Fielder's choice goes 5-4. Ash is out at second base. Troll reaches first with one out. So we're just underway between Alabama and North Carolina as we go through the lineup for Alabama. C.J. England, the catcher, hitting third. Gunnar Webb, left center fielder, hitting fourth. Brooks Fowkes in right center batting fifth. Nick Garrett in right field hits sixth. Miles Denson, the pitcher, is batting seventh. Joshua Bullard, the first baseman, batting eighth. Seth Harden in left field hits ninth. Kamari Smith bats 10th. Jet Renault hitting 11th. And Bowen Woods at third base hitting 12th. As there's one out runner at first. For North Carolina defensively, Greg Jacobs' team. Adrian Jenrette is pitching. Gage Simmons at first. Braylon Waddell's the shortstop. Eli Walker at second. Devin Jenrette at third base. Demetrius Dexter's in center. Kyrie Bowens in left field. George Everett, the right fielder, and that is Adrian Jenrette, who is in the circle there for North Carolina. Both teams wearing red. Alabama with the white letters and numerals. As that's popped to second, could be a double play, and it is, as it's popped to second base. Play made by Eli Walker as England pops up, and then the double play back to first goes 4-3 to end the inning. So a leadoff hit by Alabama. And that runner is not left stranded as the double play win the top of the first. So we'll head to the bottom of the first now. It's no score. Again, explaining this game, this is the Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series, our first of 6 games on this field 3 of pool play. This is Alabama, North Carolina, Virginia, and Texas are in Pool 3. Will follow. Pool 1 consists of Alabama, North Carolina, and Louisiana. North Carolina and Louisiana will play here on 1 o'clock on this field. Pool 2 is Arkansas, Mississippi, and South Carolina, and they'll be playing on Field 4. Pool 3, Virginia, Texas, and Florida. They will be on this field later today. And Pool 4 is the team from Cleveland, also Tennessee and Georgia. They'll also be on Field 4. Machine Pitch World Series going on as well. This is the Coach Pitch World Series, and as the winners move on to play tomorrow in the championship round, which will begin at 2:30. It's tomorrow afternoon here in Cleveland, Mississippi. Bearpin Park is where we are. North Carolina is in the red, the black numerals, white letters. And here's their lineup. Leading off is a pitcher number 3, Adrian Jenrette. Hitting second at shortstop number 1, Braylon Waddell. Batting third, the first baseman 00, Gage Simmons. Hitting fourth is the catcher number 6, Eli Jacobs. Batting fifth and left center, number 5, Zay Hines. Batting sixth is number 10, Mac Freeman. Hitting seventh, number 8, the second baseman, Eli Walker. Hitting eighth in left field, number 7, Kyrie Bowens. Batting ninth in center field, number 4, Demetrius Dexter. Hitting 10th is the right fielder, number 10, George Everett. Landon Jacobs hits 11th. And Devin Jenrette, number 12, the third baseman, bats 12th. We're watching the Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series live here from Cleveland, Mississippi on JockJive.com. I'm Marty Paulman, and as you can see on the top of your screen there if you're watching online, if you want to send a shout-out for this game only, the number to call 904, don't call actually, text 904-525-1324, 904-525-1324. So here is North Carolina with Jenrette. Now again, you get 5 pitches. There are no walks. Either a strikeout or a hit. That is going to be low. 2-1. Our umpires for this game, John Mosley behind the plate, Philip Dorse on the bases. The defense for Alabama, Joshua Bullard at first base. Preston Ash is at second, as that is hit foul. Kingston Troll at short. Third baseman is Bowen Woods. In the outfield, Gunnar Webb is in left center. Brooks Fowkes in right center. Nick Garrett, the right fielder. Seth Harden is in left field. Miles Denson there in the circle as that's hit into left center for a base hit. Catcher is C.J. England for Alabama. Adrian Jenrette with a leadoff single for North Carolina here in the bottom of the first. So the winner and runner-up from the 4 pools advance tomorrow to play in the championship round, which wraps up on Tuesday with a championship game at 10 a.m. Central here in Cleveland, Mississippi, 11 Eastern, 1 o'clock Central if necessary game. As that's hit to short, throw will go to second, and they'll get the lead runner there. As that play made at shortstop by Kingston Troll, he flips to Preston Ash as Braylon Waddell hits into a 6-4 fielder's choice. He'll reach first. Jen Red out at second, so there's one out now. Swing and fouled back there by Gage Simmons, the first baseman. Greg Jacobs, the coach of the North Carolina team. Chris Harden is the Alabama coach. In Alabama wearing an Alabama Crimson Tide looking outfit. White hats, the red brim, the red uniforms, white letters, and it was popped up and caught there at second base by Ash for the second out as Simmons pops up to second. So 2 outs now, runner at first base. Chuck Sebastian is bringing you the broadcast as well. As that's fouled off by Eli Jacobs, the catcher for North Carolina. Chuck on field 4, bringing you the other pool of the coach pitch pool 2, Arkansas, Mississippi. That's hit into right field, and it gets away all the way to the fence as rounding third. Here comes Waddell. He'll score. Also rounding third is Jacobs. The throw to the plate will not be in time, and Jacobs will come all the way around with an inside the park home run. Bringing in 2 to give North Carolina a 2-0 lead as he hit that ball into right field, got past the right fielder, all the way to the fence to bring in 2. Bringing in Waddell and himself. And North Carolina with a 2-0 lead. That's fouled off by Zay Hines. Meanwhile, Mike Rideout's on field 1, Texas and Arkansas in the machine pitch AA World Series. Field 2, Robert Williamson with a call of Tennessee and Georgia. Machine pitch the same. They're in pool play today. 6 games on fields 1 and 2. 2 teams advance from each pool to the championship 18 bracket machine pitch and coach pitch series, which wraps up here on Tuesday. Well, as far as the weather goes, a little bit of wind blowing in, but it's really a perfect day as that's hit into left field again. That's going to get all the way to the fence. And Hines is going to go to second as that ball brought back in by the left center fielder Gunnar Webb. So another hit for North Carolina. Hines with a double. 3rd hit of the inning, and he's at second with 2 outs. Had a really... And we're from Florida, at least Mike Rideout and I are. We came in from Gainesville, about 11 and a half hour drive. Arrived about 9:30 last night, and boy, it let loose with rain and lightning. Heavy wind at that point. Hit to short. And the throw to first in time made by Kingston Troll as Mac Freeman out to end the inning. But it's cleared off this morning. Beautiful day. Sun is out. And a little bit of breeze. Nice day, especially for late July here in the Delta. Northwestern Mississippi, as North Carolina picks up 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on base. So we head to the top of the second now with our score. It's North Carolina 2 and Alabama nothing. This is our opening game here on Field 3 of the Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series, the coach pitch portion back for the top of the second after this here on. But first, a word from JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center fielder.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. Championship T-shirt. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Already Pullman back here on JockJive as we start the top of the second with a double there by Alabama's Gunnar Webb. First second hit of the game for the Alabama team. And the leadoff hitter goes to second here in the top of the second. North Carolina up 2-0. Again, these games are 6 innings. You have a 15-run rule after 3, 10 runs after 4. As Brooks Fowkes pops that up, and well, coming over is the third baseman in fair territory. That is Devin Jenrette making the catch right next to his brother, the pitcher, Adrian Jenrette. So runner will stay at second now with 1 out as Fowkes pops up. Don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We are trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer. I need your help to get there. And when you like us on Facebook, we keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com as Garrett hits that into left center for a hit. The throw will come into third. Nick Garrett with a base hit. When you like us on Facebook, we'll keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com and follow the shortcut to all the social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or at JockJive on Twitter. Plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. So first and third, 1 out now for Alabama. As Webb is at third, Garrett at first. Miles Denson now will hit. Left-hander takes that pitch outside. Reminder, if you want to send a shout out for this game only, see it at the top of your screen, 904-525-1324. Mentioned the weather, though. The sun is out, a little bit of clouds, but it is fairly clear here in the Delta of Mississippi, northwestern Mississippi. Hit down the right field line, out of play. Here in Cleveland. And heavy rain last night, about 9:30 to about 11, 12 o'clock overnight as well, but it is cleared off today. A beautiful day. And it's going to be a long day of baseball. Our last game scheduled for 5:30 Central in both machine pitch and coach pitch on all 4 fields, all 4 of them actually, with 2 pulls going on. So that's hit foul down the third baseline, out of play. Coming up on this field next, Virginia and Texas in Pool 3. Then we'll have North Carolina and Louisiana from Pool 1. Texas and Florida from Pool 3 after that. Louisiana and Alabama in Pool 1, and then Florida and Virginia in Pool 3. So as you can see, each team plays 2 games here on Field 3. Hit into center. It's going to drop, and actually a little bit into left center field, as coming up the ball gets just behind the attempt by Demetrius Dexter. And Denson with a hit brings in Webb. To second goes Garrett, and Alabama on the board here in the top of the second as they now trail at 2-1. So already 3 hits in this inning for Alabama, 4 in the game. Joshua Bullard, the first baseman, now bats. Pitch. And that's going to hit in the left field for another hit. They'll move the runners up as the throw comes into third. So the bases loaded, 1 out as Bullard delivers another hit. Alabama with a run in already, now down 2-1. Seth Harden, the left fielder, will now hit with the bases loaded. All right, the pitch now to Seth Harden is outside. Again, you get 5 pitches, either a hit or a strikeout. No walks here in coach pitch. He goes inside to Harden and hit just foul, boy, down that third baseline, out of play. Pretty good crowd here already this morning, with the tents lining each side of this field 3 as we started around 10 a.m. Central here in Cleveland. See the flags in center field and actually all around the field representing all the states and the state champions that are in this tournament here this week. Hit into left center, catch is made, runner heading from third. The throw will not be in time. Runner started towards third, and now it gets away down the left field line, but the runners will stay put. As Harden is out, caught by Zay Hines in left center. But an RBI delivered there for Harden, and scoring Nick Garrett has tied the game at 2. Denson stayed at second, even though the throw got away. His coach wasn't very happy about it, but still first and second, 2 outs. 2 runs in for Alabama here in the top of the second. They've tied it up 2-2 as North Carolina got 2 in the bottom of the first on a inside the park 2-run homer by Eli Jacobs. Kamari Smith now the number 10 batter hits. So the deuces are wild. 2-2 here in the top of the second with 2 outs. And number 22 at the plate for Alabama. That ball gets away. 2-2, top 2. Both teams have had 2-run innings. Number 22 now is up. Hit up the middle, goes off the glove of the pitcher, Jenrette, and nice play to step on second by the shortstop, Braylon Waddell, to end the inning. That fielder's choice goes 1-6. And out to end the inning is Jonathan Bullard. 2 runs in that inning for Alabama, though, on 4 hits. No errors, and 2 were left on. As we head to the bottom of the second, our new score, we're tied at 2 between Alabama and North Carolina. We'll be back in a moment here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
All right, we go to the bottom of the second now, tied at 2. Eli Walker hits that to short. Throw is in time. Nice play across the diamond by Kingston Troll at shortstop for Alabama, and Walker out 6-3. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Tied at 2. North Carolina with 2 in the bottom of the first. Alabama with 2 in the top of the second. As Kyrie Bowens swings and misses, the left fielder. And you bat 1 through 12 as well. First time through the order. And hit fouled on the first base line, out of play. That's hit to second. So roller to first in time. And a 4-3 put out there as Preston Ash makes the throw to first to get Bowen. So 2 outs. Quickly here in the bottom of the second, here's Demetrius Dexter. Popped up and caught. Basket catch there by the catcher, C.J. England, as Dexter pops up on the very first pitch. So 1-2-3 inning for Alabama here in the bottom of the second. North Carolina goes 1-2-3. We head to the third inning, tied at 2. We'll be back in Cleveland, Mississippi after this here on JockJive.
frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
That's fine, yeah. Oh, okay. Top of the third now, and it'll be Jet Renault leading off. Number 11 batter takes that low and inside. Two the score. So we now play at the top of the third. Looped into left field, base hit. Alabama now with 6 hits as Renault with a leadoff single here in the top of the third. Bowen Woods now will hit. North Carolina scored 2 in the bottom of the first, Alabama 2 in the top of the second. That's the score, 2-2. ES Sports Fix 24/7 with a live archive. You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels. So that's hit to second. Play will go back to second to the shortstop as second baseman Eli Walker flips to the shortstop Waddell to get the lead runner. Renault is out. Woods reaches with now 1 out. 24/7 with a live archive. You can get it on JockJive.com. We have multiple channels with multiple sporting events and shows from practically every level of competition. There's the ACCC, GCAA, Georgia Military Channel, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, Georgia Highland Softball channels, and so much more. JockJive.com for those with an insatiable sports appetite. That's fouled down the left field line as we go back to the top of the order. Preston Ash, who singled in the first, was left on base. Opening game of this Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series coach pitch. First game of pool play today. Tied at 2 here in the top of the third as that's looped into right center and he gets away again. Preston Ash has his second hit. Heading to third is Woods. Ash will go into second. Throw will go back behind the runner at third. He's safe as well. Second and third. Now 1 out for Alabama. That ball dropped out there and was bobbled by the center fielder. Not allow the runners to reach second and third. So Ash has 2 hits. 1 out. Second and third is Kingston Troll. Hit to a fielder's choice in the first. Another hit there for Alabama. 2 more in this inning. Now 7 in the game. Hit up the middle. That'll get into center field for another hit. That will give Alabama the lead for the first time. And now coming home, the throw. Well, Ash will now head back to third as the throw went behind him to the plate. Eli Jacobs, although that will allow Troll to go to second as Jacobs, the catcher, faked the throw back to third. But Troll with an RBI scores Woods, and Alabama with the lead 3-2. And the runners move up to second and third with only 1 out. Now Alabama with 2 in the top of the second, a run here in the top of the third. C.J. England lined into a double play, 4-3 to end the first. Count is 2-0 now. Little roller back to the circle, and now the pitcher, Jenrette, fakes to third, throws to first, and England is out there 1-3. Runners will stay put now with 2 outs. So with 2 outs, runners at second and third. Here is Gunnar Webb, who doubled and scored in the second inning. Webb doubling to lead off the second, later came home to score. And hit into left field, left center. It's caught out there by Zay Hines to end the inning. So Webb lines out to the left center fielder. 1 run for Alabama, in that inning on 3 hits. 1 error and a runner left on base. 2 actually left on base. We head to the bottom of the third now. It's Alabama leading North Carolina 3-2. Opening game of this Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series pool play beginning here. We'll return in a moment on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
$6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Here's a slow roller, and going to be a close play at first, not in time. As for North Carolina, leading off the bottom of the third, and is George Everett, the number 10 batter. He'll reach base. And the infield hit is Miles Denson, the pitcher there for Alabama. Gets to it not quite in time, as that's fouled off by Landon Jacobs. So leadoff hitter on for North Carolina at the bottom of the third. Popped up, and it's going to drop. Tag is made. Well, was it made? Yes, it was. First baseman coming up, making the play. Joshua Bullard tagging out Jacobs for the first out, as Everett will go to second with 1 out. So 1 out, runner at second base, bottom of the third, with Alabama up 3-2.
That's play number 2, Devon Jenrette.
Devon Jenrette now up, the number 12 batter. Hit to second. Quickly on the first pitch, as the throw to first made by Ash for the second out of the inning. Moving to third with 2 outs is Everett. Back to the top of the order for North Carolina, as it will be Adrian Jenrette.
Number 3, Adrian Jenrette.
It's a short. First pitch, throw across in time. And Troll makes the third out of the inning, throwing out Jenrette, who had singled his first time up, out 6-3 this time. So a leadoff single, but after that, Alabama able to retire 3 in a row to end the bottom of the third. Top of the fourth coming up now as we move along in this opening game of pool play. Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series. Alabama 3, North Carolina 2 here on JockJive. My apologies, we are now back here on the air as computer shut down momentarily, but Alabama out here in the top of the fourth. So that will bring us to the bottom of the fourth, and the score remaining 3-2, Alabama leading North Carolina. North Carolina will have Waddell, Gage Simmons, and Eli Jacobs, 2, 3, 4 coming up here in the bottom of the fourth, trailing at 3-2. Marty Palman here on JockJive as Alabama with 2 in the second, a run in the third. North Carolina getting their runs in the bottom of the first. We are now back on the air. And you can see the number there on your screen, 904-525-1324, the number to text during this game if you would like a shout out. This game only. And we will get ready for the bottom of the fourth here in a moment. As again, our umpires, John Mosley at home, Philip Doris behind the plate, or is on the bases, John Mosley behind home plate. The flags from the participating states here. Other scores of note looking around here as this is Field 3, opening game of Pool 1. Arkansas was up 7-0 on Mississippi. Actually, it was Mississippi 7, Arkansas 0 on Field 4. I'll take that back. It was 7-0 Arkansas, I believe, over Mississippi. I'll check that again. As Waddell hits it out of the middle, and what a play at shortstop by Troll, going up the middle to rob a possible base hit for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. That's a 7-3 lead for Mississippi in the fourth. That's on Pool 2, Field 4 of the Coach Pitch World Series. Machine pitch, Texas 7-0 over Arkansas on Field 1. Actually, it was Tennessee leading Georgia 7-0 on Field 2 as that's hit over to third. Nice play. Again, a couple of nice defensive plays that time by Bowen Woods. Lobbing Gage Simmons of a hit, throws him out for the second out of the inning. So 2 outs, nobody on. That'll bring up Eli Jacobs. And an inside the park homer, bringing in 2 in the first. Pops up the first pitch, and that's going to be a fair ball. Drops just behind the attempt there of Troll. So blue pit for Jacobs with 2 outs, his second hit of the game. Will be the time run at first with 2 outs. Zay Hines doubled his first time up. North Carolina had 3 hits in the first. That's their first hit since then by Jacobs. They now have 4 hits in the game. He has 2 of them. Does Jacobs. Hit to short. Troll, good hop for him. Throw across is in time to end the inning. And Zay Hines is out 6-3. Another put out for the shortstop, Kingston Troll. No runs, 1 hit. There for North Carolina. They did have a hit there, in the third inning. So now 5 hits. North Carolina has left 3 on base as we head to the 5th inning with their score 3-2. Alabama leading North Carolina. Back for the top of the 5th after this here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 5th now. As Joshua Bullard will lead it off. Alabama 3, North Carolina 2. The difference, a run in the top of the 3rd. Bama with 2 in the 2nd. North Carolina 2 in the bottom of the 1st. We're talking about the other scores. Tennessee, last I checked, on Field 2. A machine pitch was up 7-0 on Georgia. Texas was leading Arkansas in field 1. It's pool 1 there and pool 2 of the Machine Pitch World Series. Popped up, that'll make it into center and get away all the way to the fence, just past the right center fielder, the left center fielder there. As it got past Demetrius Dexter, and that will allow Joshua Bullard to head to second base. So Bullard there to lead off the top of the 5th at second. Seth Harden, who drove in a run. Go-ahead run in the, or tying run in the second with a sacrifice fly. That pitch misses low, 1-0. And popped into left field, gonna get over the head of the left fielder. As Bullard rounding third will come to the plate, and he will score. Stopping at second is Seth Harden. That gets over the head of Kyrie Bowens in left. So back-to-back doubles gives Alabama a run here in the top of the 5th inning, and they now lead it 4-2. So a double by Bullard, a double by Harden. So they do bat 1 through 12 the whole game. So here's Kamari Smith, who had no fielder's choices first time up, and that ball gets into left field. There's a hit for Smith. So stopping at third is Harden. Actually, he'll go to second with Smith on the throw into third. So another base hit for Alabama, and they've been hitting the ball well. Still nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Already a run in for Alabama. They lead it 4-2. 3 more hits in this inning. That's 11 in the game for Alabama. Only 1, 2, 3 inning they had was in the top of the 4th. And Chet Renaud now up as he singled his first at bat. Later was forced out. Hit to third and bobbled there. The throw will come home, and it gets away. It was a little bit in the dirt. That'll allow another run to score. Heading to third is Smith, and down to second goes Chet Renaud. That's a fielder's choice and an RBI as the ball hit to third. And bobbled at first there by Devin Jenrette. His throw was low. Got away, allowing the run to score. So Harden scores on the error to make it 5-2. Still nobody out. So Alabama with 2 big runs here. And now timeout taken by Coach Jacobs of North Carolina, trying to settle his team down a bit. 5-2 the score here on the top of the 5th. Still second and third, nobody out. Shout out to the Jenrette twins from the Shipman family. Good luck. Thank you for your shout out. So here is Bowen Woods. Hit down the left field line. It's a fair ball all the way into the corner. He's going to score 2 more runs. Woods with his first hit of the game. He'll head into second. Is that, well, the ball is apparently stuck under the fence or something out there. It got under the fence. Ground rule double, an automatic double, brings in 2 more, and now Alabama breaking it open a bit as they lead at 7-2.
Alabama, number 6, Preston Ash.
A 7-2 game. Still nobody out here, by the way. 2 more runs scoring as it ends up being a double for Woods. Preston Ash has 2 hits, back to the top of the order. Again, 4 hits in this inning. Now 12 in the game for Alabama as they lead at 7-2. Popped up, and Jenrette can't come up with his glove, comes off. Throw to first is, I think the first baseman came off the bag. He did. He's safe. Runner heads to third. So everybody's safe first and third as Devin Jenrette that time tried to make a diving play, went off his glove, and his throw to first was up the line. So Ash will reach base again. Still nobody out in the inning as 6 in a row have reached. All right, runner called out at first. So 1 out. Thought he wasn't quite on the bag, but Ash is out. Third base Woods with 1 out now. Kingston Troll reached on a fielder's choice in the first, an RBI single in the third. Troll hits it into center. That'll fall for another hit. Well, Alabama just hitting it all over the place now as another run scores to make it 8-2. Woods scores the 5th run of the inning. And Alabama is breaking it open now up 8-2. 1 out. There's C.J. England. England is 0 for 2. And hit to second, this time caught right behind second base by Eli Walker. Runner scurries back to first. Troll safe there. So 2 outs now. England 0 for 3 today. 2 outs. And here is Gunnar Webb, who doubled and scored in the second. Out to left center in the third, 1 for 2. In the air to left center and caught to end the inning by the North Carolina left center fielder Zay Hines. So Gunnar Webb lining out for the second time in a row to the number 10 position left center. But 5 runs for Alabama in that inning. They score 5 on 5 hits. Was 1 error in the inning and 1 runner left on base. Our new scores we head to the bottom of the 5th. Alabama 8, North Carolina 2. Dixie Youth Baseball AA World Series, Coach Pitch World Series full play opening here. And we'll be back in a moment on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the 5th now. And Alabama now leading at 8-2. This is Mac Freeman leading it off for North Carolina. Five runs in the top of the 5th. Alabama now up 8-2. Elsewhere, we have good game Arkansas and Texas as that's hit in the hole to short. Throw across. Another good play by Troll. Having a nice game at shortstop for Alabama. And he gets another put out. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. 5-4 Arkansas leading Texas. Now Field 1, the Coach Pitch World Series. And Tennessee 8, Georgia nothing in Pool 2, also that Coach Pitch Series. There, Mississippi was leading Arkansas earlier. And the other Coach Pitch World Series game going on is Kyrie Bowen's up. Bowens back to the circle. Bobbled there. Throw will not be in time, so Bowens will reach. So with 2 outs, runner will get to first base. Five. All right, so Freeman grounds to the pitcher. Walker out to the shortstop. Bowens will get an infield hit. Demetrius Dexter now up. And slow roller goes to second. Flip will go to the shortstop covering second. That's the play made by Ashton in the inning. Fielder's choice 4-6. And that'll take out Bowens at second to end the inning. So a 2-out single, 1 left on for North Carolina here in the bottom of the 5th. We head to the final inning, top of the 6th. It's North Carolina 8, trailing Alabama 8-2 here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Her 2 on his 6.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
As we start at the top of the 6th, another base hit for Alabama. Brooks Falks with a hit, his first of the game. Goes to second as the ball gets away from the center fielder. So Falks to second. 8-2, Alabama in the lead. As we start at the top of the 6th. Well, this game is moving quickly. It's the final. Arkansas over Mississippi 7-5 on field 4, pool 2. Alabama 3 outs away from winning their opening pool game. They'll be back in action later at 4 o'clock today against Louisiana. We move to pool 3 after this. Hit into right field again there by Nick Garrett, who already has 1 hit. Falks will round third, and now he'll head back. Ooh, nearly thrown away there. So another hit for Alabama. First and third, nobody out. Alabama now, according to my score, has 15 hits. So that's the final there on the coach pitch. Pool 2, Mississippi 7, Arkansas 5. Tennessee leading Georgia 8-0. That in the 5th on field 2 there of the machine pitch AA World Series. Field 1, Arkansas 5, Texas 4. Mike Rideout with a call there on field 1. Robert Williamson on field 2 for the machine pitch World Series. And Chuck Sebastian on field 4. I'm Marty Paulman here on field 3 for the coach pitch World Series. Hit into right center field again. Another base hit. Now it's going to get all the way to the fence once again as it gets away from the center fielder Dexter. Heading into third or second is Bullard. Joshua Bullard, Miles Denson, his second hit of the game. He'll go to second on the error. Falks will score. And all the way to third goes Garrett. Another run in as Alabama again continued to open up. They lead it now 9-2. So nobody out here on the top of the 6th. Well, you can't get the 10-run rule now because North Carolina is the home team. They'll bat either way. Joshua Bullard has 2 hits today. Single and a double, has scored a run. Pops that up into short center, and coming in this time making the catch is Dexter. Runner attacks up from third. The throw comes into short, and then the throw home is not in time as Garrett will score. RBI for Bullard. Garrett scores the 10th run of this game for Alabama. North Carolina took the lead in the first with 2, but since then it's been all Alabama. They got a run, or 2 runs in the second, 1 in the third, and then a 5-run fifth. Already 2 here in the top of the 6th. They lead at 10-2 with 1 out, a runner at second base. Seth Harden today is driven in 2 with a sac fly and a double, also scored a run. It's to short. Nice play getting in front of it. The throw across is in time this time by Braylon Waddell. Hard hit ball. Waddell knocks it down and throws to first to get Harden for the second out of the innings. The runner stays at second base. Kamari Smith now has reached on a fielder's choice. Driven in a run and scored a run as well. 1 for 2. Again, these teams play 2 games each today in pool play. Pool 1 consists of Alabama, North Carolina, and Louisiana. Oh, thank you. On this field. Pool 2, Arkansas, Mississippi, and South Carolina will be on field 4. Pool 3, Virginia, Texas, Florida will be here on field 3 later. And on field 4, Pool 4, Cleveland, Tennessee, and Georgia. Smith hits this to short. Good play there, but the throw to first not going to be in time. As slipping down that time was Braylon Waddell at short. Smith will get his second hit of the game. Moving to third is Denson now with 2 outs. So first and third with 2 outs now. As far as the machine pitch World Series goes, Pool 1, that's Texas, Arkansas, and Florida on field 1. Pool 2 on field 2, Tennessee, Georgia, North Carolina. Pool 3 on field 3, Mississippi, Virginia, and Louisiana. Pool 4 on field, or Pool 3 on field 1, pardon me, Mississippi, Virginia, Louisiana. Pool 4, field 2, it is Cleveland, Alabama, and South Carolina. That's for machine pitch. Hit to short. Flip will go to second, and made in time as Walker flips to Waddell to end the inning. Fielder's choice as Renault hits into a 6-4 fielder's choice. Smith is out at second. 2 more runs in that inning for Alabama, though, on 4 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. We head to the last inning, bottom of the 6th. Last chance for North Carolina as they trail at 10-2. Opening game of pool play of the Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series here on JockJive.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back. Hurts 2 on his assist.
And that one is hit on the rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
All right, last chance for Regalwood, North Carolina. The North Carolina representative here in the Coach Pitch World Series. This is George Everett, who singled his first time up. Taylorville, Alabama. The Alabama representative leads at 10-2. Popped up, and it is playable on the infield as Preston Ash makes the play. 1 out. Ash has had a busy game at second. What a game for the shortstop there for Alabama. Kingston Trull. Really a lot of nice plays there at shortstop in this game. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. There's another play. That time, of course, I say of the game he's had. That one clicks off his glove. Kind of a tough play to his left made there by as Landon Jacobs will reach. Give that a hit. That was a tough play up the middle. So 1 out, runner goes to first. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Alabama 2 outs away now from winning their opening pool play game. They'll be back in action this afternoon against Louisiana at 4 o'clock. Team from Gonzales, Louisiana. for this North Carolina team. They will play at 1 o'clock against the Louisiana team. Jenrette goes off the glove of the pitcher and into center field. Jacobs or Devin Jenrette reaches on a hit. So heading to second, Jacobs. First and second, one out now for North Carolina in the bottom of the 6th. They took the lead in the first on a 2-run inside the park homer by Eli Jacobs, but since then all Alabama with 2 runs in the second, 1 in the third, a 5-run fifth, and 2 in the 6th, as Alabama, according to my records in this game, with 17 hits. They lead at 10-2. And already one final to report from field 4, 7-5. Cusco, Mississippi over Searcy, Arkansas. Foul ball down the third baseline. Kosciuszko, Mississippi with a victory over Searcy, Arkansas, 7-5. Swing and fouled back. This game coming up over there on field 4 will be the Cleveland team here in Cleveland, as the host city gets a representative. Popped over second. Well, stepping on second for one. That's the right play to make there as the ball popped up. Preston Ash made the play on the infield. Now everybody in a pickle, and they may get the third out at third, and they do. After all that, Alabama gets 2 outs in that play to end the game, as Ash made the first out. 4 fielder's choice, taking out Devin Jenrette at first, and then he throws out Jacobs at third in the game. So North Carolina here in the bottom of the 6th, no runs, 2 hits, and they end up leaving 1 on base. Our final here in this opening game, it's Alabama 10 and North Carolina 2, as Alabama improves to 1-0 in pool play as well. We'll be back in action. The team from Taylorville, Alabama here this afternoon at 4 o'clock against Gonzales, Louisiana. In Pool 1, North Carolina, Regalwood, North Carolina will play again at 1 o'clock against that Gonzales team as well. All right, be sure to tune in the action as well on Field 1 with Mike Rideout in the Machine Pitch World Series. Field 2, Robert Williamson. And Field 4, Chuck Sebastian. We'll have that Cleveland and Tennessee game, Summertown, Tennessee, coming up as well at 11:30 Central, 12:30 Eastern. Next game coming up here on Field 3, Goochland, Virginia, and Nacogdoches, Texas, as we head to Pool 3. Final here, it's Alabama 10, North Carolina 2. You've been watching the 2017 Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series here on JockJive.com. I'm Marty Palman saying so long for now. We'll talk to you again here in about 30 minutes or so with more action from this Dixie Youth Baseball AA Coach Pitch World Series.